Hello everyone, Tina here. I hope your day's going wonderful. I'm back again to share a project with you. This time we're using the Spellbinders Large Die of the Month Club kit for December 2023. It's called Cheers to Us, and it is super duper fun. There are wine glasses and a wine bottle, and you can actually turn the wine bottle into a champagne bottle. There's champagne glasses. There's two greetings that can go on as a label. You have love you, and then you also have cheers. So it's great for anniversaries or celebratory events. Just a super fun die set. We're going to create a New Year's Day card. So we're going to create a cheers champagne bottle with some champagne glasses. So we're going to grab some cardstock and we are going to do some die cutting. I'm going to be using peridot cardstock for my champagne bottle, and so I'm going to take my champagne bottle and die cut that out with my almost very bright green cardstock, and then we're going to die cut out our champagne glasses, two of them, with white cardstock. Now this has the wine glass and the champagne glass, so I'll put the wine glass aside and die cut out two of these. I'm actually going to show you how I'm going to create one, and then I'll do another one off camera. So we will die cut that out. I'm also going to die cut out the ribbon for our champagne bottle with white cardstock, and then there's a decorative piece here that goes on our label. Almost like a teardrop shape. I'll die cut that out with white cardstock also. I'm also going to bring in some fog cardstock. Now this is going to be for accent pieces on my champagne glasses. And so I'll take this piece and I'll die cut that out with my pale gray. And I don't think I'm going to need that big of a piece of my gray cardstock, so I'm going to trim this down so it fits easier in my die cutting machine. So that's our fog cardstock. For our cork bottle, or for the topper, I'm going to die cut this base piece out. We'll die cut it out with Dune cardstock, and I'm also going to die cut out the label with Dune also. There are some darker elements to create like a cork look, and that's where my timber cardstock will come in. I'm going to trim down a small piece for that. And I'm going to be using one of the pieces that go inside the champagne glass as if it's filled with champagne. I'll die cut this out with my... Maybe we should go an off-white with that. I'm going to grab some alabaster for that. So I grabbed some off-white cardstock, which is alabaster, and I'll die cut that out with that. I think the contrast between the off-white and the white in my champagne will make it look a little bit more like champagne. We have a detail piece that goes with our champagne inside the glass element, and I'll die cut this out with some white cardstock. What else? We have the seal that goes on our champagne bottle. That's where my red cardstock will come in, and this one also cuts out a little heart. So if you want to make a champagne bottle with a heart seal, you could. There's a detail layer, and then there's the top of the champagne bottle. These two pieces. I'm going to bring in Spellbinders brushed gold cardstock. I think it goes perfect with a champagne bottle. We're going to die cut out both of these. And then we have not too much left. Let's take these little stars, starburst. I'll die cut that out with my gold mirror. I'm going to probably do a couple times with my gold mirror cardstock. And then this is the top of the wine bottle. I'll die cut that out with my gold mirror. And I'm also going to die cut out the greeting. You have the piece that, let's see, I'm going to die cut out a label with vellum, and then I'll take this piece and die cut this out with the Cheers insert. And then we'll have a greeting for a champagne bottle. Okay, and I think that's it. I think we have a lot of die cutting to do, and I will be right back. I have everything ran through my die cut machine. It kind of looks like a lot, but it's really easy to put together. And I do want to mention, with these two dies here, I originally said that I was going to die cut this out with the dune, and then the top piece that has the hole with the timber cardstock, the brown, but I ended up flipping them. So this piece we die cut out with the dark brown, the timber. This piece we cut out with the dune cardstock. I did a flip-flop. I wanted this cork to be on top and then the dark to show behind. But I have everything die cut. Let's start by doing a little bit of ink blending. We're gonna turn this into a really pretty champagne looking bottle. So I'm gonna scoot these off to the side. Oh, I do want to mention that I'm not going to be using one of these pieces and then for my champagne bottle, and I'm not going to be using one of these pieces. So we're going to put these off to the side. Now to create my I don't want to lose my spot here. Okay. To create my champagne bottle, I'm going to bring in my ink, and I have a dark green ink. Any dark green ink you have will work great. I'm going to use a blending brush. And I'm going to scoot this over a little more. Okay, and what we're going to do is add some dark green to the edges of the bottle here, and we're going to trail up. For the most part, the top is going to be covered, but so you really don't have to worry about the top. But you just want to do a little shading. You could use blending brushes. You could use your blending tool. I'm going to go heavy on the bottom. Kind of fade up. Okay, and then I'm going to go on this edge. Now I'm going to bring in black ink. This is where it kind of turns the green neon into a champagne looking bottle. I'm going to bring in my black blending brush, and I'm going to pick up some ink, and then we're going to go around the edges here of our bottle, kind of darkening the edges. And really going heavy over here on the bottom. To me, this just brings it to life and just makes it look 3D. And there is our champagne bottle. It kind of gives it that round, curvy look, doesn't it? Wait until we get the label on there. It's just going to come to life. I'm going to put this to the side, let this dry a little bit, and then I'm going to take my black, the ink that's left over on my black blending brush, and I'm just going to soften the edges of my label a little bit. I'm going to go over the top. Wonderful. And then I'm also going to take my cork. I'm not going to use this piece here. I'm just going to use this one. And we're going to add a little bit of shading just to one side. Not the side that has the holes, the opposite. Just add a little shading. To create my champagne, I have, this is the alabaster, the off-white cardstock. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of pink just to the bottom edge here. Just using the ink that's already on my blending brush. I want it to be really light. Let me show you. You see, it's just barely visible. And then that is all the ink blending we're going to do. Not too bad. Now we're going to put everything together. First, we're going to put together our wine glass. And we have these pieces here. I'm going to bring in my glue. Okay, we're going to add a thin bead at the very top. Okay, I'm going to add some glue down here and then some glue up here. Okay, we're going to take our white piece, our white oval piece, add that to our champagne, like so. Kind of hard to see, huh? Okay, so I added my white piece to the champagne portion, and then with our gray cardstock, we're going to go ahead and add this to the top of our wine glass. And I have some glue. Okay, I had a little bit of glue, so I used my sand eraser. Now I'm going to go ahead and add the gray to the very bottom. There's a little notch that you would line up the bottom of the glass with. We will tack that down. And then we have our champagne. We're going to add a little glue here. And I want my champagne to be a little wonky, so I'm just going to kind of tilt it a little bit. And our champagne is good to go. That's our champagne. I'm going to create one more just like this, and then I'll be right back. I placed the champagne almost the same, maybe just a little bit off. And we're going to put these off to the side. For our champagne bottle, we have the brushed gold cardstock. For this, I'm going to use my tape runner. Okay, we're going to add this. Okay, and then we have our cork. We're not going to use this piece. We're just going to use this piece and this piece. So I'm going to put this off to the side. And then we're going to add a little glue. Actually, we use our tape runner. We're going to add some adhesive. I'm going to add the top of our cork here. And that looks so realistic, huh? Now I'm going to add a little adhesive here, and I'm going to tack this down on top. You could put this behind the bottle, or you could put it on top if you're going to sandwich the next piece. So next I'll add a little more glue here. We have this one we cut out with the mirror gold cardstock. We're going to add that. Okay, and then we have our label. Do we want to pop up our label? I think I'm going to pop up my label with some foam adhesive. Now we'll take our label with the ridges up. We're going to place this. You could really place it anywhere on your panel, but I want to save a little bit of room for my label. Now, I mean for my greeting. But you can see how the bottle is now kind of becoming dimensional with that shading. I'm loving this. Okay, we have the detail pieces. There's debossed detail on our label. So I'm going to add the brushed gold first, and we will add this. Tack that down, and then we're going to add the white right on top. Now we're going to add our ribbon. We will tack that down. And then we have our seal or our label. What I'm going to do is bring back my black ink. I'm going to add a little shading to this. And we're just going to do one side. Like so. I'm going to flip this over, and we're going to put a foam square behind here. Okay, and this is going to go right over our ribbon. And then we have our greeting. I'm going to push out the negative pieces here. Okay, so save these. You can use this for another greeting. I'm going to put these off to the side. And then we have this label here. I'm going to flip it around. I'm going to add some adhesive. And then I'm going to tack this down right over the top of my vellum. Okay, we're going to flip this around. Add some more adhesive, and I'm going to tack this down at the very bottom. Or maybe we should go across here. No, we'll tack this down at the very bottom. Super duper fun. Okay, we are going to do a little bit of ink blending for our background. Basically, how we did our champagne bottle, I'm going to do the same thing with a piece of blue cardstock. Today, since the champagne bottle, I do want to mention, the champagne bottle is larger than an A2 panel. You can see it overhangs. So this would go good for a slimline or a mini slimline, but I'm going to create a 5x7 card today. I should have said that in the beginning, I'm sorry. But so I want the whole bottle on our card, so we're going to create a 5x7. So what I'm going to do is take some blue ink, and again I'm going to do the same thing I did with the green. We'll go around the edges with the blue, and then go around the edges with black. And I love doing this with blue cardstock to create night skies. This is my favorite thing to do. I'll link some videos in the end where I've did it before. I just love the way the night skies look with this. Kind of creates a glowing look. Okay, I think that looks great. I did get some ink right here in the middle, along with on my thumb. We're going to do a little bit of splattering, and so I thought since it's going to be a New Year's card, we're going to bring in lots of splatters. Okay, I have some white ink spray. This is from Averiel. I don't know if they make this or not, but if you don't have this, you could also use a Picket fence re-inker, or you could use white acrylic paint. Just to add it, like you're going to make a snowy snowfall in the back. That's what this will do. Okay, so we have white. And then this is gold shimmer. I think it's going to go, I'm going to shake it up really good. This is going to go really good with a champagne bottle. And I'm just, instead of spraying, I am going to, let's spray. Shake it up really good. I'm going to spray. Add some sparkle in the background. And then I do want, since we have a little bit of red here on our label, I'm going to be using some Ranger Distress Mica spray. This is Sugary Gumdrop. There's a ball bearing in there that helps mix it up. You can hear it. And I'm going to add some red, like confetti almost, to this. When it dries, it's going to dry really shimmery. Okay, now I did one of these ahead of time because I didn't want to wait for it to dry. So, and I also did another champagne bottle. I'm going to go ahead and grab that one, and then we're going to continue. Okay, this is the one that I had made earlier. You can see that gold shimmer. Kind of looks like a confetti night sky. And then I created my 5x7 card base. So what we're going to do is take this and place it right in the middle of our card base. I trimmed this piece down. It's actually 4 1/4 inches wide by 6 1/4 inches tall. So it's going to leave me some room on my card base. We're going to add some adhesive. And this is the second champagne bottle that I created. Looks pretty similar. Actually, like the one I created with you better. But we're going to add some adhesive behind here. And, well, should we pop this one? No. And then I want to kind of create a crisscross here. think that looks nice and playful. And then we have our little confetti pieces. I'm just going to use glue. I'm going to place them first, and then we will add a little glue. Okay, I'm going to use my glaze and glue and add a little shine to the seal of our champagne bottle. And then I'm going to add some to the champagne portion of our champagne glasses. And then I think we need a little bit of extra sparkle, so I'm bringing my glitter and we're going to add just a little bit. This kind of to me resembles some bubbles in our champagne. And then I will tap away the excess. So we have a little bit of bubbles in our champagne, and then that will finish my card today using the Spellbinders Large Die of the Month Club Kit for December 2023. It's called Cheers to Us, and thanks so much for joining me. I wish you a fabulous day, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.